What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy, Chaos here, and today I'm continuing ranking my favorite Pokemon of each type. This list comes from my personal experiences playing through the Pokemon franchise over the past several years. The order of this series is based on my least favorite type to my most favorite type, and I will be covering all of the 18 types. A dual type Pokemon has the possibility to be considered for both types it has, because if a Pokemon is one of my favorite Pokemon, it should be considered for both lists and placed accordingly. With all that being said, sit back and relax as we dive into the bug type. Number 10, Surskit. This little critter is an interesting way to begin this list. I can't quite place what it is about this Pokemon that makes me enjoy it so much. Maybe it's because it looks like one of the pond skaters in Super Mario Sunshine, or maybe it's because I thought it would be cool to just skirt and skate across the water. Either way, this is just an interesting design and a really cute Pokemon, and honestly, one of your best options for a sweet scent Pokemon. Number 9, Shuckle. Don't mess with Shuckle. Yes, I kept it PG, deal with it. This is just an incredible Pokemon, in my opinion, having an incredible physical and special defense stat. Shuckle also has one of the best shiny sprites in Generation 2, and it's fairly simple. It's just changing the red of the shell to blue, which actually makes it pop out and look pretty awesome. The idea that you can sit around and stall with this Pokemon is hilarious, or you could even use in a move to change its stats so it would become an offensive sweeper. I just think Shuckle is really cool and interesting Pokemon, and you don't really see a lot of it used in playthroughs or in the competitive scene, but I think it's just a really cool, cute Pokemon that I've always enjoyed having since I've played the Generation 2 or Johto games. Number 8, Kricketune. Okay, Kricketune has one of the most iconic cries in all of the Pokemon franchise. I find this thing to have such a cute design. I actually really enjoy it. I also really like its mustache. It's pretty cool. I always had one early on in my playthroughs of any of the Sinnoh games, whether that be Pearl or Platinum, but I never really stuck with it all the way through the game. Mostly because it's a bug-type Pokemon. Bug-type Pokemon are usually considered to be pretty weak, and I found some other options that I wanted to throw on my team later on. One of my favorite iterations of this Pokemon, though, and the reason I love it, is in the anime, it is the signature Pokemon of one of Don's opponents. I can't quite remember his name, but if you want to let me know in the comment section, that'd be awesome. But he always had a Kricketune, and he would play on a harp with it, and it's just a really cool dynamic, and I really love the idea of a Pokemon being based around music that was a bug type. And it just made me enjoy this Pokemon and like it. This was a good idea also for the Sinnoh games because it really exemplifies what a bug type Pokemon should be. It's a fairly simple design, looks like a bug, really good design in general. Number 7, Yanma. I always really liked Yanma from a young age. Dragonflies are probably my favorite real-life bug out there, and just having something that's just so cute based on one of my favorite creatures makes it stand out for me. I always loved seeing this Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum, although I rarely used it because it's Yanma and it's not that great. Although it did help out that it got another evolution in Generation 4 in Yanmega. I still prefer Yanma. I just like the cute design of this Pokemon. And also, this is probably one of the best shinies on this list. A lot of bug-type Pokemon have really cool shinies, in my opinion, and Yanma does not disappoint. The simple change from red to blue really makes this thing pop out, and it's a very bright and vibrant blue that just makes it look so cool, and I always want to shiny hunt this at some point. And once I will get this thing as a shiny, I will definitely cherish it. Number 6, Escavalier. This is such an epic Pokemon. Despite a quad weakness to fire, this thing can be pretty destructive as a force in the metagame. I always liked seeing Escavalier in the anime flexing its arms, which do remind me of medieval lances, and jousting, which is a really cool sport, and I think it's pretty awesome. Escavalier holds a special place in my heart because it became one of my Draft League mascots in Season 2 of the Premier Draft League, and it was my mascot for Season 2 and Season 3 of the league. Those 2 seasons were probably my favorite seasons of the PDL. I had really cool and interesting teams. I really enjoyed using the teams. It was at the height of when I was battling. I really just enjoyed those teams, and Escavalier really makes its mark in that case for me because it reminds me of those teams since it was my mascot Pokemon. Number 5, Scyther. Scyther was always cool and menacing to me. I always feared this thing because it looks very powerful. It has such an awesome design and has a really cool evolution in Scizor. But Scyther stands out to me since it is fitting the bill of being a cool and cute Pokemon. There are very many moments where Scyther just looks absolutely adorable. It is a really cool Pokemon that sort of looks like a praying mantis, which I really like as well, which makes it just seem rare to me and really cool in general. Shiny Scyther also has a really good place in my heart because it has shown up for me in many times, securing my win in a shiny race and also being a clutch encounter in Mount Moon, my first ever Sleep Lock in Pokemon Fire Red, which actually was on my team all the way to the Elite Four and the Championship, where it so nobly carried the team for a good portion of the game. Number 4, Volcarona. It's no secret that this Pokemon is very powerful. I would have loved to see that this thing be a legendary Pokemon because it looks like it should be one, and according to so much of the lore and the vastness that is of legend of this thing, it really should be a legendary in my opinion. There is a legend in the Unova region about Volcarona becoming the sun when the sky was filled with ash, meaning that this thing exudes power enough to even resemble a sun, which is probably one of the most powerful entities in the whole of space, time, and everything. It also has a really cool and unique typing, being a fire bug type, which is the only evolution of a fire bug Pokemon we have in this game, which is Larvesta and Volcarona. So really cool and unique typing in that aspect as well. Yes, it's quite weak to rock, but you know, deal with it. I mostly like this Pokemon because of its unique typing and powerhouse plays in competitive, and the times I've used Volcarona, it has always worked out really well for me and just has established a place as one of my favorite bug-type Pokemon. Number 3, Vikavolt. I do believe it's pronounced Vikavolt, not Vikavolt, but Pokemon pronunciations are always been out there, so they're always crazy, so just whatever you decide to call this thing, that's what you call it. Vikavolt or Vikavolt. I usually prefer to call it Vikavolt, but I have heard it called Vikavolt. Enough about that. Let's get into why I like this Pokemon. This thing is incredibly cool when I first saw it when it was released for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I purposely used a Charge Bug throughout the entirety of my Pokemon Sun playthrough in order to get a Vikavolt. The sad part is, it takes so long for you to get a Vikavolt in Sun, which caused me to not like it as much. But it was fixed when the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon games came out, so I still like it a lot. Vikavolt is a pretty powerful Pokemon as well. I've seen it carry several teams in competitive and just be a nuisance to deal with. As well as there's several content creators I watch that this is one of their favorite bug-type Pokemon, some of their mascots, and even Pokemon that have really helped them out in sticky situations in some of their Let's Plays. Number 2, Scolipede. Burgess Ace is a powerful Pokemon. There are countless times that I have had a Swords Dance Scolipede in competitive and tried to sweep teams with the Speed Boost ability. Scolipede has a really cool design for a creature that I really don't care about much in real life. Like a Centipede, that can stay away from me. But Scolipede, I'll take those every day. I always loved using this thing, and it was one of my favorite Pokemon to use in the competitive scene when I first started learning, because it is a wide move pool. It has such a vast amount of strategies you can use with it. It has the Speed Boost tactics, which are really fun and awesome to use. So I definitely recommend trying out Speed Boost, especially on Scolipede, since it is one of the few Pokemon that's probably not banned with Speed Boost. I'm glad I have decided to try this thing out on a few of my competitive teams, because I am a big fan of using this thing, but I really do want to try it out in a Let's Play. So maybe when I go back and visit Generation 5 at some point, we'll get ourselves a Scolipede and it will join our team and we'll try it out. And finally, number 1, Butterfree. Okay, you already knew that Butterfree was one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, making the top 10 of my favorite Pokemon out there, period. Butterfree has been on all of my Kanto teams at some point or another, whether that is just at the beginning of the game when I needed to complete it for the dex, or using it to defeat Misty, or having it do a solo run. I've used Butterfree in pretty much every way I possibly can. It's a powerful special attacker with access to all of the powder moves, so you can spread statuses, which makes it a really cool utility Pokemon. I've never really used this thing in competitive, but I would like to at some point. I think Butterfree has a really cool niche as being like a sleep setup mon, or using some other kind of status moves, or maybe just being a support mon in general. Choice Scarf, I don't know. I'd have to try it out. I really want to use this thing at some point in competitive. And my love for this Pokemon really has made the anime episode Bye Bye Butterfree particularly challenging as a kid to watch. And it is still the saddest anime episode in my opinion. That will never change. I highly doubt it will ever change. Butterfree, that episode just made everyone cry. Butterfree solo ran a game for me as well. It's my only solo run Pokemon that I've used. And I played that through Pokemon Fire Red. I used a Butterfree to complete the entirety of the game. I think I only died about 10, 12, something like that times. But Butterfree was always a really cool Pokemon, and I really wanted to try a challenge with a Pokemon that, you know, isn't generally considered to be pretty good. But Butterfree does hold a special place as being the only Pokemon I have completed a solo run with. And it really just increased the love of this Pokemon for me. Butterfree is the way to go when it comes to bug types for me. Well, that's my list of bug type Pokemon. Let me know what your favorite bug Pokemon is in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon content from me. And make sure you check out the description for other ways to stay connected, such as Twitter, Discord, and Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I'm Chaos signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.